He might have been pushed in the back too.
Yes, that's right.
Dr. Tannock watching play with the officials. As the siren sounds for half-time, so the grand final sees East Fremantle leading by 16 points, 8-6-54 to South 6-2-38. The third term, Stephen Pears with the job of lifting South Fremantle over the top of the Sharks by three-quarter time. Bounce favours Lindsay. He wins the tap. Hart's there. With him is Bromwich. Rosa fighting hard as always. Hand passed it out. Bromwich got away from Hart. Hooks it across his body. Too much carry for Atkins. And a bit too far there for Dodd. Coming through strongly, Hines. Hand passes towards the boundary. Bottrell. Hines got bumped out of the way. And Bottrell hooks it upfield. Sinclair misses the mark. Chance though for Rennick. Rennick turning back into trouble. Could have been caught holding the ball. Play on. Melody measures the hand pass to Sanders. Defensively to Bromwich. Couple of touches already. Good vision. Out wide, Warren. Oh, couldn't get there in time. Big chance now for South to tie it up. Hines pulls it under his body, sort of.
Oh, gee.
Dangerous ploy, but he did it very surreptitiously and with a lot of experience there and got away with it.
Gee, the two boys who are best mates in football, Brett Warren and Brad Dodd, got mixed up there, didn't talk to each other.
Sanders a fumble, allows Hardin to tie him up and dump him, and the umpire comes in to separate them. Just outside the 50, East Fremantle into attack in the early part of this third term.
I think Darren Rennick forgot which way he was going before, by the way.
Oh, that was a bad mistake, wasn't it?
Out there too long.
16 points is the margin. Yes, sometimes you can get drowsy standing in the sun. And East Fremantle have a free kick here to Sanders. Pears dropping back into the hole at the top of the goal square. So Sanders has to carry him or find a way around him. He goes into the pocket. Hines chips in. Well played. South defence had that worked out pretty well.
It's the best I've seen him play for a while.
Well, he finished the season fairly well, didn't he, Hines?
Playing at centre-half back, he was in control. He's been at full-back today.
He's been off and on from time to time, largely because of missed match-ups. But he has played well today. Short kick is a good one. Porter is at right half-back. Slowly picking up the tempo of the game, these players, at the start of the second half. Michael was the target. Worsfold tried to tap it down to Michael, missed the target. Stockton gets it forward hurriedly. Bad miss by Warren. Allows Porter to take it out of the centre. Through the centre, I'm sorry. Bilsich has it. Quick. No, Bilsich has it now. It goes forward to full forward. O'Brien in a race back with Hines. Hines will get there and run it over for about behind.
It was Bilsich to kill Martin Waller.
Thank you. I knew he couldn't be out there in two places. 8-7 to 6-2. First score of the second half to East Fremantle. Kick in is a good one. Pears on the end of it.
Big Stephen Pears. From the back pocket. Raking drop punt. Good kick. Michael sets over the top. This was Kerr, but he's interfered with him. And the advantage paid. And Black's off. And look at this. Some more athletics. Black with pace down the wing. The kick to the top of the square. Nobody home. Damien Condon going back, takes the mark.
Dardich fell over.
And a good kick finds Dodd. And arriving late, Rennick. No damage done. Dodd, Condon, pumping kick to the wing. Michael and Kerr getting tangled up. Michael got his hands on it. Kerr pushes it out wide and finds the boundary. The grand final from Subiaco Oval, bathed in sunshine. You couldn't have got a better day if you'd ordered it. It's been sensational, and the atmosphere has been electric right from the word go here today.
A stag on, Warren off.
Yes, I think after the drop chest mark was the signal for that. John Todd has put Bottrell back onto Bilsich, and he's trying to get more attack out of Brad Bootsma now, who's playing half forward.
The sides feeling each other out at the start of this third term. Sinclair. Hand pass, sharp by Stagg. Made a bit of ground. Kicked inside centre half forward. Sanders. Always had the wood on Atkins there. Atkins was out of position. Look at that. And he was always in trouble.
Terrific mark under pressure though, wasn't it?
Justin Sanders, 10 possessions so far. Important kick. in the context of this third quarter, which has been a real battle for the first 4.5 minutes for some sort of supremacy. But Justin Sanders, not always reliable. 40 metres out, drop punt, offline, one behind only. It'll be Kelly to put it back in for South. Not too much doubt about who they're going for, Wal.
Good kick too from Kelly. Finds Porter. Porter making a lead from the huddle. Got away from Burrows. Now Bootsma's the target here. Atkins does best at ground level, but both of the South players went back to Shepherd. Allows Rosa to pick it up, and he goes to the boundary line. Bad misunderstanding by Atkins and Galt. They both wanted to Shepherd.
You know, that could have even been termed as deliberate.
Yes, Trevor Garrett again had a bit of a look at it.
Lindsay from the back. Bottrell at ground level. Hurriedly towards half forward. Hart gets to it. Worsfold, I'm sorry, gets to it first. Hand pass didn't have the necessary carry. Black in on top of the ball. Players in on top of him. And there will be a bounce between left centre wing and left half forward for Souths. They're having trouble getting any momentum up at the moment. Both teams are. Something of an arm wrestle at the start of this third quarter. 6 minutes gone. Michael is there. He eludes Lindsay and thumps the ball towards half forward. Malaxis and Worsfold. Malaxis went for the ball. Comes back and almost ties it up. But the ball comes out East Fremantle's way. And away they go again. Bromwich to Melody. That's a good hand pass to Kilmartin. Oh, that's a better one to Dodd. Dodd's 55 metres from goal. That's not such a good one. Put Vilsic under pressure. And then Burrows, who's holding the ball. Butterby. He wasn't penalised. The umpire called play on. Galt was put down after he kicked it. Hart, picked up by Black. He gets the ball wide. Comes back to Hart. They've got a player loose, Rennick, in the centre square. And he's got plenty of space. Someone needs to run at him before it's too late. He's almost 60 metres from goal. Kicks in towards full forward. Not a good kick. Condon does very well. Spalding has the ball. Hand passed it away before he needed to. But perhaps that wasn't a bad thing because he was able to clearly disguise the fact that he wanted the boundary line.
Now, Dean Rioli got a free kick for ducking his head. Then Craig Barrow should have got one too on that tackle against Marty Atkins.
Brett Spinks in the centre of the crowd. He'd like to be out there, but he had a very good season. Throw in is at right full forward for South. They're looking for the first goal of the third term. Michael took Malaxis high. Hasn't been called on to do a lot today, East Fremantle skipper. He's deep in defence at the moment. He's indicating that he's going to get the ball out of danger. And then go short. Fooled a lot of us. Kerr. That's too easy. Just working the ball around the boundary line. Bowden has it. Bowden gets it outside 50 for the first time, but Stockton has the ball knocked away. And there will be a boundary throw in about 55 metres out from South's goal.
No goals in 8 minutes of play here in the third quarter. South trying desperately to whittle away the lead. Hart across the half-forward line. Dorotich, he was behind Condon. Campbell to Crumbs, quickly onto the boot. Snappers across the face, bounces in the pocket. And going back, Rosa kicks upfield, looking for Stagg. Bad bounce, now he's in trouble. Sinclair showed courage, back comes Rosa. In they go, tying it up just inside 50.
Heath Black did a great job then to tie that football up. They were outnumbered 3-2, the Bulldogs.
There he is, number 7. 13 possessions to Heath Black. Been a tremendous battle across the middle of the ground. Michael back fists it. Nobody there for South. This is Kerr defensively. Kilmartin caught by Sinclair and run down. No, there's a kick off the ball.
Gee. How far do you have to go before the umpire considers you've lost the advantage?
Warren Campbell letting Trevor Garrett know what he thought about that decision. Sir John also hasn't been called on to do a lot today. Kicks to half-back, pair sets, Lindsay behind, Sanders up to, Lindsay the mark, but a push has been spotted. It's going to pairs.
It's interesting.
Well, it could only have been Sanders that interfered.
Probing kick by Pears. Dorotich up in front, couldn't hold the mark. Malaxis caught. Hand pass away, Spalding run down. And the ball under there somewhere, going nowhere. Garrett comes in to separate players again. Garrett, French and Binks today, the umpiring panel.
Just 2 points in about 8 minutes of play.
Lindsay nudged under it by Michael. That was very clever. He got away with it, and he almost snapped a goal. One behind only. The Cappuccino's gone for the sunglasses. Even looking more like the Cappuccino kid now in goal, as Lindsay will put it back into play.
Condon, I think.
Condon, you're right, Bob. Sorry.
Oh, dangerous. Oh, no. Stockton emerged from under the eave of the grandstand. I thought it was heading straight for the boundary line, but I was obscured. Or he was obscured from my vision. That's a good kick too. Stagg misses an easy mark, gives Michael the opportunity. Now Worsfold is in there. Stagg goes back trying to redeem himself. Hart is caught. Stagg intercepts the hand pass. Oh, what a tackle. And Spalding's caught once, twice, but gets the kick to half forward. This is an important passage of play. Trainer's in the middle of it. Taken by Atkins. Pulled off his kick. South emerged with the ball. Whoever can score in this next passage could take an initiative, an advantage. Campbell loses his footing at a crucial moment. Bowden's hand pass is free. But I didn't see what happened. Condon went down behind play, and I think it's Campbell that's been penalised. Let's have it. No, it's Dorotich.
There's a bit of staging going on between those two boys.
Yeah, well, Condon's learnt well, hasn't he?
That trainer was lucky a short time ago. He got bumped twice.
He's had a good teacher, Damien Condon, playing on Doro. That's a good mark. And Stagg's able to back off and play on. Kicks up towards half forward. Here's Hines. He went without it. Gives East Fremantle a chance. Hines lost it. Burrows claims it. He's got time to stop. Prop, steady, looks. In towards full forward and O'Brien, but it's knocked away. Kelly gets it out of play.
East Fremantle tactics are interesting. Andrew Lockyer, the runner, was out talking to Brad Dodd. I think to get David Hines up the ground, and that was a situation where they nailed him and probably should have got a free kick.
Throw in is 25 metres around from South's right-hand behind post. Pears to the side of the pack. It beat Galt. Melody has it. That's a telling kick. O'Brien going back with it. Can't get to it. It's out on the full. Free kick to South.
Kelly, the recipient, brings it in nicely. Now they've got a chance to do something, but Marty Atkins muffed it.
That Sun's a problem, I think.
Yep. He got away with a kick towards the wing. Malaxis misses the mark. Now Rioli. Rennick. Kilmartin almost ran him down. He's showing surprising pace today. Hayden Kilmartin. Kerr does it cleverly. Beautifully trapped, Sir John. Kickers have got too much carry, though, for Malaxis. But it lands with Lindsay. The backup from Malaxis. The captain kicks inside 50. At the back is Hutchison, but Durkay in front marks. Gary Durkay.
Oh, look at Rosa in the pocket.
Dodd it is.
Sorry.
And he's taken the mark. 35 out. Only 5 metres inside the boundary. 15 possessions to a very talented young player in Brad Dodd.
Yes, and there's quite a lot of AFL talent scouts looking at this player here today.
South Fremantle shirts, but East Fremantle streamers. Indecision, but none from Dodd. He goes deliberately on goal and puts it through. The Sharks stretch the lead again. 23 points to margin. 13 and a half gone in this third quarter of football.
Yes, and just the first goal only, and that getting the dividend from moving the ball quickly from defence as Burrows comes off and Smith back on for East Fremantle. And Dodd had run up the ground, taken Dorotich up the ground, then Hines up the ground, then dropped back behind him. And I don't know that that match-up's very good for South Fremantle. They've still got Hines on Dodd, and I think they'll be looking to get a smaller player there.
Terrible mistake out there, though, Trevor, by South. Bootsma needed 2 attempts to pick it up, which gave Kerr time to come at him. South looked as though they had control of the ball at half forward. Stockton has it at half back now for East Fremantle. Plays on with that hand pass to Condon. South just not using the ball cleanly enough at the moment. Stagg has it. Comes into Kilmartin. Kilmartin is between half back and centre wing. Kicks to Lindsay. Too easy. Did he give away the kick? He did, Pears. He thought that Lindsay was going to take the mark and he was going to make him earn it. He dropped the mark. Here's Kilmartin again. Hand passes backward of the play to Bromwich. Bromwich is at left half forward. Gets it to within scoring distance. O'Brien the target. Missed by Porter. Gee, they're under some pressure. Oh, Rosa missed with the hand pass. Gives South a chance. Through the ball. Surely Dodd will go off the ground. Kicks the goal. And East Fremantle are in control.
Well, it's been a terrific game, a nip and tuck game. 15 points in favour of East Fremantle at quarter time and then 16 points at half time. A real arm wrestle in the third quarter. Now the Sharks have scored 2. They seem to have the leg speed. They seem to have the running power a little bit over the Bulldogs at the moment.
With me in commentary, Wally Foreman, Trevor Sprigg and Rod Willett on the ground. It's been a game full of atmosphere, some great individual battles, and low scoring, 10-8 to 6-3. And the leading goal kicker on the ground is Dean Rioli with 3. East Fremantle by 29 points. And a magnificent day for football. Lindsay. Michael got his fist to it. Now the foot race is on. Sinclair and Rosa. And lending support, Bromwich. He's been terrific today. Upfield, Bilsich caught. Got rid of it just in time. Tackle was from Bottrell. It's out of bounds. And that's Bootsma with his boots off.
Yes, and that's a blow for South Fremantle that Don Todd put him up in the midfield to try and get some drive from him against Rhett Bowden.
Peter Sumich pulling a muscle in the thigh region early in the game. He's taken no part virtually. Hart slaps it forward. Rennick and Kilmartin. The pace is on, but it finishes with Bowden. In goes Galt, knocked forward by Rioli, down to Wooden. Wooden's kick up towards Dorodich. Gondon's beaten him again today. The ball squirts out towards the pocket. Coming to meet it, Kerr, across his path. Well done by Johnson. Snap on goal. It's a good one.
Gee, needed to kick it. Dorodich was on his own at the top of the square.
He did kick it, and that's a badly needed goal to the Bulldogs. It keeps them in touch. 68 plays 45.
Yes, a 23-point margin now, and just opportunism here from Troy Johnson. Greg Wooten has worked very hard, much like Wayne Rosa has done for East Fremantle. Wooten's been terrific at the base of the packs here. A bit of indecision by a couple of defenders there. John Kerr couldn't control the ball, and Troy Johnson snapped across his body very well. Condon doing a terrific job against Dorodich, though.
So the margin is back to 23 points. Souths are still in touch, but they need a couple of goals. Rennick couldn't take it. Michael was held without the ball. Galt gets it to half forward. Johnson in on top. And there will be a bounce between the centre square and the 50-metre line for South Fremantle.
And amazingly, John Todd still hasn't made a switch. David Hines still picking up Brad Dodd. They're out on the defensive 50, or the attacking 50 for East Fremantle, and running. The Dodd's job is to run Hines around, then drop back behind him.
Malaxis playing up the ground has taken Rioli with him. That leaves South minus an important goal scorer, their leading goal scorer, as Johnson gives another terrific contest. Galt has the ball, loses it in the Malaxis tackle, and there'll be another bounce, this time between left centre wing and left half forward for South.
It's got everything, Trev, hasn't it, at the moment?
Oh, it's a terrific game, and the pressure on by both teams is fantastic.
Tackling has been terrific, it's been fierce. Michael over the top. Kilmartin was there, knocked on by Sinclair. There's a South Fremantle kick, surely. Yep. Yes, it's been seen this time. And the kick will go to Johnson. He's giving them something in this third term. Has played a lot of the game off the bench. Kicks towards full forward. Dorodich, the target. Loses his footing again. Pears kicks the goal. South are coming back. That's their eighth. It's 10-8 to 8-3. Stephen Pears, he's finished in the top 5 in the last 3 stand-over medal counts. Equal second this year, and he's playing his heart out.
And John Todd, I think he knows it's the last throw of the dice here.
Listen to the crowd.
And the crowd are getting right behind the Bulldogs.
They're involved in this game, and why wouldn't you be? He hasn't had a shave for a while, but that doesn't matter. Bounce, up they go. Michael taken by Lindsay. Lindsay wobbles at the half forward for East Fremantle. Getting back is Hutchison. Almost claimed by Dodd. Got his hand passed in. Atkins surrounded by Sharks. Boots it upfield. Too far for Bowden. And he keeps it in play, though. Well done. Goes back to Kilmartin. This is Hayden Kilmartin. Equal runner-up with Pears in the middle. Kicks to centre half forward. And Hines. He's been reliable today in defence. Needs to use it. And will. Brings it across the half-back line. And David Galt from York.
Now doing very well against Martin Melody, David Galt.
Melody was supreme in the first half. Oh, that's not a good kick, though. Lindsay floats in and takes an uncontested chest mark. Kilmartin, Spalding, he's been rugged today. He's in the middle, kicks the centre half forward. Hines! been pleased with that. This is Woodden. They've got a roll here, South. And look at Doro.
Gee, did he drop that?
Plays on quickly. Rioli, the danger man's got it on 50. Sinclair's upfield, as indicated by Wally, but Rioli couldn't hear him.
Stephen Malaxis.
Well, everybody else on the ground did.
Stephen Malaxis was about 50 metres behind Dean Rioli on that occasion. Great mark from David Hines.
Best game I've seen him for a long time today, David Hines. He's lifted. But this man, a real purple patch in the second quarter. He booted 3 on the trot. This is a difficult kick from 50. Maybe a fraction more. 55 metres, drop punt. He's offline. One behind only. 68 plays 52.
Just out of his kicking range there, and the extra distance required caused him to pull the kick. It's back to status quo from half-time, the 16-point margin again.
15 points at quarter time.
Sharks look to be getting on top in this third quarter, but the Bulldogs,
they won't lie down.
They keep on napping at the heels of the Sharks. The kick to half-back. Lindsay from behind, got a fist to that. Slapped forward by Bromwich, had a marvellous game. Running onto it though is Black. Wrong foot's Kilmartin. Hooks to the square. Dorodich is there, interfered with by Condon. I thought it was. Not according to umpire. Vinks down there. And another minor score. See what you think. Well, Doro does put on a bit of an act.
He does, and I think that's perhaps going against him a little bit.
It's 15 points, as it was at quarter time. 16 points at half time. It looked as though Souths were getting out of their depth a few minutes ago, but they've kicked the last 2 goals. Michael should mark. Atkins does.
Where did he kick that? He kicked it to Stagg.
He was surrounded by 2 taller players, or flanked by 2 taller players. Now Dorodich and Condon.
Player loose in the pocket.
Now he can give it a goal.
Atkins. He's got players short on his left. Missed kicks badly. Rosa is there and he gets it over the line. Throw in at left full forward for Souths. Nearly 23 minutes gone in the third quarter.
What are your thoughts about his game today?
Rosa's been terrific. The game's really suited him. He's so good in close.
Pears and Sanders. Pears to the back of the pack, but it's taken by Fremantle. Hurriedly towards the half-back line. Stagg happy to see it over.
Fremantle are defending here as if their real life depends on it. There's still 4 or 5 minutes of play till three-quarter time. They'd be wise to try and make an attacking move, I think, to take the pressure off.
Throw in just outside half-forward for Souths. Sanders and Michael wrestle. Sanders just too strong in those contests. Was able to hold his ground and get it back over the line.
And Lindsay to full forward for Fremantle.
One would think that Souths have to be where they are or better at three-quarter time to win the game. Dodd missed Michael. Players in on top of the ball, and there's going to be a bounce at the point of the square.
Well, sometimes teams reverse the trend, well, don't they, as Adelaide Crows did yesterday. You would have thought the legs were with the Western Bulldogs at three-quarter time, and they came from 22 points down to win.
We mentioned earlier, Claremont came through the preliminary final to win a close one last year against East Perth. Sanders shovels it out. It's taken by Kilmartin. Rioli's after him. That was a fair fitness test for Dean Rioli. The ball towards centre half forward. Chance for Bottrell. Was he taken high?
Yes.
He's penalised for holding the ball.
Well, it had to be one or the other. And umpire Wayne French considered for a while.
Gee, they've all gone the other way previously. Look at that. It's clearly around his neck.
And some haven't gone at all.
Yep. So Bilsich, O'Brien, in fact, will take the free kick. Now, O'Brien has been very influential again today. He's kicked 2 goals. He kicked 4 in the second semi-final. He'll shoot from about 45 metres out. Listen to the crowd.
Well, you can't blame them, can you?
It seems to have been a South Fremantle crowd this afternoon, despite the fact that East Fremantle are looking for a premiership in their centenary year. East Fremantle have won 3 Derby grand finals to South's 1. O'Brien has just got it, I think, and he missed to the right. He missed to the right.
We had a lot to say about umpires last week, and we won't go on. But the umpiring standard in the final round last week, and at times today, it's a little bit disappointing. Kelly to the 50. Hines up over Dodd. Couldn't mark. Now he's got some work to do. Gave it away to Rennick, who was covered. In goes Melody, caught by Gold. The ball squirts out. Stagg slaps it cleverly. This is Dodd finding a way through. Back to Stagg from 20. Kicks it. And he missed. He's missed from point-blank range. John Stagg.
Couple of important let-offs there for South, Trevor.
Yes, I think the O'Brien one, he was just outside his distance, but Dodd into the open goal, Stagg into the open goal there after receiving from Dodd. They're the ones that nail a team.
17 points the margin. The awkward bounce for Porter. Now Rosa's in the van from 40. Rosa has kicked it out of bounds on the fall, a shocker. But you can't take anything away from his game today.
Yes, he panicked.
He's got a lot of courage, that young man.
That he has, but he panicked when he saw the goal. You have to steady and compose yourself. He was running too quickly.
Kelly. Michael sets, so does Atkins. Bit of pushing and shoving in the pack. And the kick has been picked out by Garrett. And he's paid the advantage to Black. He's away. He's made 40 metres already. He squares it up now. Centre half forward. Mark required by South. Not there. Bowden. Too good. In defence on the 50. Holds up another South Fremantle thrust.
He goes short and finds Spalding. Johnson can't get there to prevent the mark. Spalding is at right half back. John Todd, one of only 3 coaches since the Page system came in to win 5 premierships. Jerry Dolan was one of the others as Stagg takes possession, and Johnny Leonard was the other. Here's Melody. Sweeps the hair past the Stagg. East Fremantle doing the attacking at the moment. The kick down towards full forward. Atkins is there. There's the siren. What a third quarter. Gee, only 4 goals kicked for the term, 2 each. And the margin at three-quarter time is 17 points. East Fremantle led by 15 points at quarter time, 16 at half time, 17 at three-quarter time. It's 10-10 to 8-5.
The coach of South Fremantle is John Todd. Here he is with Rod Willett.
John, without being dominant, South's still well and truly in the game.
Well, we're hanging in there, Rod. We haven't had a lot of players who put their hand up. We're perhaps playing second to the ball, and we've just got to turn that around. We've got to start playing forward and have first shot at the footy and put a bit of pressure on them, and I still believe we can get home.
Last roll of the dice, can the forward line and John Torres produce something big this quarter?
He's got to. He's sitting back. He's waiting for something to come to him. He's got to present himself a little bit more, and surely to goodness he can play one quarter similar to Worsfold and Campbell. That's the key. If we get the ball through, they're going to make sure they pinch it and score.
Thanks for your cooperation all year, John.
Johnny Todd, coach of the Bulldogs. It's on. The last quarter of Bromwich gets the first kick of the quarter up towards full forward. Too far for quarter. And this is O'Brien from 20. He's put it through. He's got 3. And that's just what the Bulldogs didn't need at the start of this last term. Now, there's a bit of a dust-up here. I think Marty Atkins is pretty keen to have a word with O'Brien.
Well, the centre bounce clearance so vitally important. Adrian Bromwich getting the ball out again. Yeah, dead set, odds-on favourite for the Simpson medal. And just the luck of the bounce, really, for Stephen O'Brien at the back of the pack there. He's pretty happy. That's what Marty Atkins wasn't too happy about. Stephen O'Brien letting him know, but East Fremantle won't want to relax.
23 points is the margin now. That goal coming in about 35 seconds of football. South have really got a job in front of them now. Lindsay will get first use of the ball again. Knocks it to centre forward. Rosa belted off his hand pass. High tackle on Bottrell. Play on the call. He'll get it to Galt. Galt has Rioli. Rioli needed to shepherd. Didn't give any support at all. But Galt comes out with the ball. That was well done. Kicks towards centre half forward. Missed kicks. It carried Pears. Rosa flicks the ball out. Rennick with a high tackle. East Fremantle with a free kick. They play on through the centre. Bowden kicks towards centre half forward, and O'Brien gets there again. Signs are not good for South early in the last quarter.
The quick movement of the ball has found them out while
O'Brien, originally from the ACT, kicked 4 in the second semi-final and was a very important player, 4 out of 10. He's lining up for his 4th here, which would make 4 out of 12. He's pushed it right. It won't be a goal. In fact, it's out on the full. It hit the post. Hines will bring it in. He's had a good afternoon, David Hines. But as John Todd said, a few of his teammates need to lift if they're going to pull this out of the fire. It will be a fight back of Crow's proportions if they were able to do it from here. Atkins is at left full back. Not sure what to do. Goes for distance. Gets it towards the half-back line. South have the numbers at ground level. Sinclair was held, clearly. Play allowed to go on. Kilmartin back towards full forward. Atkins and DeSanders, the ball clearing the pack.
The boundary throw-in as South endeavour to get it out of this pocket area and to move it up around the other side of the ground into a scoring position. They need the next goal, South. They seem to have been saying that for most of the day. The Sharks have always had that little bit of an edge in this game. That's shoveled out towards Kilmartin. Thought about Stagg. Hung on to it a long time. Finally, it's Durkay. Chance here for O'Brien again in the square with Kelly. Did he get his foot to it? No. Cappuccino on the ball. He's a danger man, Trevor.
Yes.
Isn't he, Stephen O'Brien?
How often do unsung heroes or low-profile players pop up in final round? There's been Stephen O'Brien's final round.
Second semi, and again today. They're kept back in by Kelly. Hutchison was the leaper. Hines the quick hands. Hutchison again. Not a good hand pass, but Hart did very well. He was under pressure. He keeps it in the field of play too. Hooks it up high. That's got to be a free kick, surely. I would have thought so, but not according to the umpire. Bowden, Rosa, Bromwich. They go forward again. Mark missed by Bottrell, taken by Kelly. Just inside the white line. Gives it away to Hart. Hart goes inboard. Porter slaps it out. He had to do that in a hurry. Chance for Sinclair. Went without the footy. In goes Rosa. He handballs it upfield. Chance for Dodd. Working with him is O'Brien. He was set up on the white line. Sinclair came in hard. And Dodd felt the pressure of that.
Gee, don't you love the way the boy attacks the footy, though? He's really hard at it. Got a great career in front of him for the Fremantle Dockers, Jess Sinclair.
Atkins over the top. Thumps it about 10 metres upfield for the Bulldogs. But they need to do more. Bootsmar's coming back on. And Johnson is off. Off screen. 11 possessions to Sinclair. 15 medal votes last Monday night. Leaper there in the pack with Smith. This is Black. He's going the wrong way. Hart still going the wrong way. Black still going the wrong way. They've lost about 35 metres, but now they can set it up. Atkins at centre-half back. He's away. They'll rebound strongly here. Rioli gives the lead. He ignores that. Goes further. Bootsma. Too far for him. Kerr got a hand in there. In goes Michael, though. Wobbles it up into the pocket. And Condon again in front of Dorotich. Hasn't been a good day for the veteran John Dorotich.
Kicked only one in the second semi. He's got only one so far this afternoon as Condon gets it out of danger. Michael, that's a good mark, not paid. Hand pass comes infield from Rioli to Hart. Hart is 55 metres out. Doro, they need you this time. Was it touched? I don't think it was. I think it's a goal to Hart. Well, Dorotich and Condon were paying so much attention to one another, it eluded both. And that's a very important goal. I was just about to say, Dorotich kicked 2 goals in every game this season until the second semi-final.
And that was a very clever move, as you saw on the replay there. Dorotich just leaving the shepherd till the very last second to keep Condon from getting back to the football. Was this a mark to Clem Michael? Probably not. Right decision there. John Kerr peeled off and then didn't go for the football. That was the reason why this kick came in. And Condon desperately trying to touch it.
Lindsay wins the tap in the middle. Hacked out of the air by Bilsich. Sanders and Atkins. Strength there. But in comes John Porter. South goes straight down the corridor. That's good footy. Michael up in front. Couldn't hold the mark. But it's Bowden who mops up. Took too long. Where did he come from, Campbell? Rioli picks up and kicks a goal. He's got 4. South are coming home. And the crowd are lifting with them. What a grand final for the second year in a row.
Well, if South Fremantle win this premiership, they'll remember that incident where Warren Campbell has came from nowhere to lay the tackle. Look at this. Red Bowden was being composed as you've got to be. He looked one way, went the other. He came back, and here's Campbell now. Look at that. Just dispossesses him and causes a turnover. That's the stuff that wins premierships.
Still 2 goals the difference, though.
Just 12 points. A sea of red and white. And the chance goes up again. South throw the gauntlet down to the Sharks. Lindsay wins the ruck knock. Black gets in front and gets rid of Stagg. Black will want his left foot. Kicks with the right down towards half forward. Malaxis is there. He's taken off the ball by Bootsma. Rioli went after Rosa. He doesn't need to do that at the moment. The game's there to be won. He's got to find the football, Rioli. Goes back on Rosa again. Throw in between right centre wing and right half forward for South.
Don't worry, Wayne Rosa.
South have kicked the last 2 goals. Pears at the back, clean possession. It'll land at half forward and bounce towards the boundary line. Stockton's happy to see it go over. The throw-in is on 50 metres. Well, they last met in a grand final in 1992. East Fremantle won that one. They've won 3 of the 4 Derby grand finals. This is the 5th. Sinclair tried to go through the pack. There'll be a bounce 45 metres out from goal. Hart wants a high tackle.
You sleep well tonight, Jess Sinclair.
Gee, he goes in hard at the football, though, doesn't he?
He's copped a lot of tackles today.
45 metres out from South goal. Lindsay and Michael. Lindsay did brilliantly. Malaxis hurriedly towards centre wing. Pears was there. Hines is there also. He's under pressure. Knocks the ball cleanly to Bottrell. Bottrell has vision. Picks out Black. He could have taken Black or Sinclair. Sinclair's on his own. But Black with the left footer. In towards full forward. Worsfold. Couldn't take the mark. Dorotich was there, but the ball spills. And Bowden clears back to the centre square. Dulcich is unattended. Gets his kick in ahead of the Bottrell tackle. Down towards Durkay. Taken under the ball. Atkins is there. Only one player to beat. Does it brilliantly. Hines. Ball needs to sit and it does. Dodds coming across to cut him off. He chooses to kick. Pears should mark. Pears plays on. South have got the run at the moment. Good shepherd from Rioli on Malaxis. The mark is important. Bootsma couldn't take it. Sinclair gets the ball. Breaks the tackle. That'll come back. It's coming back. Michael. To behind.
Gee, and a few East Fremantle players are looking very tired. Rhett Bowden behind the play. Justin Sanders falling over when he was chasing Marty Atkins. And Tony McCall's got to pay attention to that. He's got Craig Burrows on the bench. He's probably got to use him very soon.
Shades of the preliminary final yesterday. And this is a good fight back by South. They're on a roll here. Pushed forward by Rennick. Nobody in particular, but Gold does well. Gold again. Still it's Gold. Rennick held without it. Play on the call. Now it's Rioli. His kicks offline.
Well, I think the umpires are umpiring okay now, though. That was very, very quick as far as the tackle was concerned. You've got to let the players fight it out now. Don't give silly free kicks. Just let the gladiators do the job.
John Kerr. He's a real gladiator in the back pocket. Michael, through his hands. Back goes Peter Worsfold. Hasn't done a lot today. He hooks it across his body. Rioli at the back, couldn't mark. Up in front was Spalding. Recovers his own footy well and sends Kilmartin away. Hayden Kilmartin freewheeling through the middle. He's had 3 bounces. Off he goes. Kicks towards full forward. Well done, David Hines. Got a hand to that. Sanders uses his body. Toe taped out of the pack. Bootsma's got it now. Upfield he goes for Black. Across the goal. Good footy. Side steps around Dodd. Kicks towards centre half forward. Rioli. Off hands. Campbell. He's very clever. He has a look. He's looking for Dorotich. And he hasn't found him. Dorotich misses the mark. Under pressure now from Stockton. And they work it out of bounds. What a grand final.
Well, there's still plenty of time to go, too. Just coming up to 12 minutes and just the 11-point margin. East Fremantle can't defend this lead. They've got to attack as well. There's John Todd.
More than 600 games in the coach's box, John Todd. Sinclair, dispossessed. Well done by Dodd. Stacks on the mill there. Stockton's underneath it. And the footy was going nowhere. Marshall Stockton. He's a warhorse. East Fremantle trying to hang on to this lead. Well done, Michael. Straight down to Kerr, though. Kick back to the middle of the ground. Pears does very well. Sinclair was the target with a hand pass. Sinclair, still he goes, loses it now. And away go the Sharks again for Kilmartin.
Rioli's after him. Kilmartin's had 2 bounces. Looks to half forward. O'Brien is out on his own. Takes the ball cleanly. Tried to go through the traffic. The hand pass was spoiled. Willison couldn't pick it up. Gee, they're going in recklessly now. Rennick has it. Here comes Durkay. Half pass across the top. This is unbelievable football. Campbell can't break the tackle, but gets it to Rioli. Look at the player loose and hard at half forward. Gold gets it towards Hart. Hart knocks it to his own advantage. 40 metres out. It's coming back. It's home. 2 goals for David Hart. And there's less than a goal in it. Claremont won the Colts by 1 goal. Subiaco won the reserves by 4 points. And now there is just 5 points the difference in the league grand final.
Yes, and a lot of East Fremantle players before this incident even just finding it hard to hold their feet. Just clever football there by Warren Campbell. He meant that. And David Hart up in the midfield playing his last game of football. He's been inspirational in the last quarter for South Fremantle. Terrific kick at goal, always has been. And now the gauntlet's laid right down to the Sharks in the centenary year. They've got to dig deep to find something. The momentum's going against them.
It's been a long time since the Bulldogs have tasted grand final success. 17 years, but they're on a roll here, and they'd love to beat the Sharks. Bad bounce there for Bootsma. Taken by Bowden. Quickly round his body to the wing, and a good mark. That's a clever mark. Taken by John Porter.
He's been great today, Johnny Porter. Not beaten all day.
There's the kick to half forward. Up in front, Michael. Fisted away from behind. Bootsma scrambles it forward. This is Worsfold. Was he held without it? Not according to the umpire. Malaxis caught. A second time. In there is Michael again. It comes out to Bootsma. He snaps. Good kick. It's on its way. It's there. They're in front. South have hit the front by a point. Off the boot of Brad Bootsma.
Gary Durkay's come off the ground and Brett Warren's come on for East Fremantle. 4 goals in a period of 6 or 7 minutes of play. Steve Malaxis just couldn't get out of there. The intense tackling of the Bulldogs paying off. Bootsma could have handballed to a player ahead of him then, but he went for goal himself and finished off beautifully. And could it be the Bulldogs' first premiership since 1980? 17 years. Will John Todd go out on a high note if he wins the premiership? There's still plenty of football left yet, though.
Well, it's a long way to go. Souths lead by a point. 15 and a half minutes gone in the final quarter. Lindsay wins the ruck knock. Bottrell takes it out of the centre. Hurriedly to half forward. Bowden traps it brilliantly and was tackled high. The umpire saw that. No, they're going to bring it back. Oh, they've called play on.
No, well,
That's a let-off for Souths as it turned out. The kick was ill-directed. Here's Black. He's been terrific as the game's gone on. He looked to be short of match practice early. Michael, very good mark opposed to Kerr.
Gee, that was
very good mark.
Stephen reincarnated the way he marked that.
Short to Rioli. Had a terrific game. 4 goals for the game. He stood up when they needed a goal kicker. Pears is loose at half forward. What's he going to do? Cleverly goes beyond Pears. Rennick has it. Cornered by Kilmartin. 50 metres from goal. The man in front will mark. It's all East Fremantle. Condon with a missed kick. Rosa in the pocket. Malaxis further afield. He chooses Melody. Melody now to Malaxis. It doesn't get to him. That was tired. Gold comes in, closes it down. Rosa off the ground. They'll still get out of it. Spalding has it at right centre wing. Now East Fremantle start to launch an attack. Dodd is unattended. The South Fremantle defence was caught out. Dodd can shoot for goal. He'll have to kick from just inside 50 metres.
East Fremantle haven't got a tall target now. They've got O'Brien in the goal square by himself. And the problem is when they get the ball forward, they haven't got many players up there.
He has a light breeze at his back. It's a good kick. It's a good kick. Not enough excitement. It's level pegging at Subiaco Oval. 11-12 to 12-6. East Fremantle with 23 scoring shots. Souths with 18.
And they play extra time if it's a draw.
Hines up in front of Stagg. Couldn't hold the mark. They battle close to the line. He can't possibly play that as deliberate. Hasn't been one played all day. Oh, geez, time for a prayer. Scores a level here at Subiaco Oval in another memorable grand final. Pears down towards Black. Didn't reach him. Now it's Bromwich, been one of the stars today. close to the boundary, kick into the pocket, and a good mark again from John Reliable Porter. Played a terrific game today.
8 marks, Trevor.
Kick to the wing. Atkins bounced off his chest. Rennick's got pace and ability. It's a high kick towards half forward. Bowden's there. Up he goes through his hands. And the pack develops again, but it's toe packed out by Bootsma. Campbell goes to the ground. Goes defensively towards Rioli. Too wide there for Worsfold. Rose a good anticipation. Brilliant tackle by Worsfold. Ties him up on the crest. Crowd wanted holding the ball, but it wasn't there.
Well, it was something, I reckon.
Just a good tackle.
Was it holding the ball or pushing the
He
back?
had no chance, really. I thought a good decision then from Garrett. This is Pears. Michael over the top, slaps it 10 metres forward. Campbell gets tangled up with his opponent and gives away the kick. That's Scott Spaulding.
South have kicked 4 goals to 1 in the last quarter.
78 apiece. 12 possessions. He's been rugged across the half-back line. The kick to half forward. Sanders is the target. He couldn't get there. Off hands. It's Melody. Melody at half forward. Almost run down by Sinclair. O'Brien off. And a good mark again. Taken by Hines. He's had a birthday down there today. Certainly his best game for South. That's a very, very wide kick. It's out on the full.
It's coming. It's going to go to Galt now, I reckon.
No, I don't think so.
The free kick is
There
to
it
Melody.
was. That's what I thought Trevor Garrett might have seen.
Lucky it wasn't.
Yes, it was certainly within his rights to take it off Melody.
O'Brien up, couldn't hold the mark. At the back, Stockton dispossessed. Dodd dispossessed. That was well done by Kelly. Lindsay, sweeper. Willison snaps, he's offline, but they're in front. They're 1 point in front, East Fremantle, and there's 20 minutes gone in the last term.
I think Justin Sanders is the player that Tony McCall pictured there needs to look at. He's struggling at centre-half forward now. He's got Craig Burrows on the bench, and probably a move there wouldn't be beyond the pale.
Good kick in, finds Atkins. East Fremantle lead by a point. Just over 20 minutes played. Bottrell has the ball. He wants to play on. Hart wasn't in a position to run past. There were players ahead of him. Bottrell goes to the outer side of the ground. Porter's the target. Sinclair takes the mark. Right on the boundary line. Jess Sinclair. As we said earlier, lucky to be out there. Reported last week by 2 umpires for the same incident. The tribunal found him not guilty. The kick to half forward and Michael. Chance for Rioli at the front. Chooses to knock the ball to half forward. Rennick, cleverly, he can at least level the scores. Long kick to an open goal. Hits the post. Oh, this game has got everything. It's levels again. Scores are level. 11-13 to 12-7. Just over 21 minutes played.
He looks remarkably relaxed, John Todd, but this is fever pitch stuff. Nail-biting finish to a grand final. Crowd
32,000 today, TJ.
almost hysterical at the moment. Rosa, short. Kilmartin. "15 possessions. Another tradesman-like performance from Hayden Kilmartin. Penetrating kick. Atkins up in the pack. So was Lindsay. It's pushed out. Milsich working at ground level. So is Worsfold. They're desperate, those players. Absolutely desperate to lock it up.
Well, Paul Lindsay there just had to try and hold it because Worsfold was nearly away with a footy.
22 minutes have gone.
Burrows is going to come on.
Could be extra time this grand final. Lindsay, little tap forward. Willison over the top. Knocked away from Warren by Hutchison. Willison again lost his footing. Now he's in trouble. Pushing the back.
Oh, golly.
Pushing the back, says umpire
He
Garrett.
was lying on the ground. Gee. Oh.
Well, he did dive on top of the player. Well,
Oh, you called for no easy ones.
Too far for Hines. Didn't go.
that's the same decision, and he's given it.
And it's
So
let's watch the play, guys. He's given the free kick. Kelly into the pocket. Hines Alongside the white line. Rosa chipping in. Sprints away. Hand pass upfield. Doherty can go back again. Oh, that's ambitious. Hines got in there. Still it's Rosa. Fisted back by Kelly. Round the body by Bottrell. Now it's marked by Campbell. He's on half back. There's Burrows waiting to come back on. Pears and Lindsay. Pears almost the mark. Wanted the free kick. Now a chance again for the Sharks, but intercepting Rioli. He got in there somehow, got his kick upfield, and it's been marked by Rennick. He squares it up.
Danger.
Worsfold couldn't mark. Good pressure then from Stagg. In goes Bowden. Gets a hand pass out, and the Sharks repel another attack.
Kilmartin kicks into the centre of the ground. Atkins misses the mark. Chance for East Fremantle. It's picked up by Hart. The boy from Bushrock bounds to centre half forward. He runs into his own teammate. In comes Hart again. Knocks it wide. Another hand pass to Black. He's a natural left footer. Hooks it high to full forward. Doranich and Condon. The ball at the front of the pack of Stagg. It spills back to Bowden. The umpire's whistle. Free kick.
Gee, there's going to be extra time here.
Very slack from Doherty there.
24 minutes gone. It's 79 points apiece.
And Sanders is off and Burrows on.
It's 11-13 to 12-7. The ball goes across the face of the ground to Malaxis. Malaxis at right full back. Kicks towards the centre of the ground. Lindsay is there. Takes an uncontested mark almost. He had the height. Kilmartin, the team set themselves for one last surge. It's out in front of Willison. Porter gives chase. Willison tries to keep it in. The throw-in is between right centre wing and right half forward for East Fremantle.
Any score now could win this grand final.
Yes, it could.
24 and a half minutes played. Scores are level. They have been for several minutes. Throw in and Lindsay's the only player there. At the back of the pack it's Sinclair. Perhaps South can muster something. The kick in the direction of Rioli and Malaxis. Bowden goes without it. Spalding goes without it. Umpire's whistle. Free kick to East Fremantle. What happened? I didn't see it. Bowden will get the kick. Let's have another look.
Well, it was against Warren Campbell off the ball.
Shirt front.
Bowden, a little worse for wear, has the free kick.
He's not sure where he is.
No, it's going to Spalding now.
Because Bowden can't take the kick, I suspect.
Yep.
25 and a half minutes gone in the grand final. East Fremantle and South Fremantle. Scores are level. Bowden is going to go to the outer wing. Campbell almost got onto his boot. The target is Burrows. South have the numbers.
Free kick.
No, the umpire's pointed the wrong way. The mark is to Atkins. He kicks short up the wing. Bottrell has it. Hasn't had a great day, but he's in the game now. Campbell is loose at half forward. Has to wait. That's 50.
Oh, if that's 50, that's the game.
That's 50.
It is. Scott Spalding, you can see him setting himself there.
Well, the umpire had no choice.
I agree.
It was a silly thing to do. Campbell had to wait.
Oh, not only.
He got there very late.
Yeah. The umpire caught in a very difficult situation, and in my opinion has shown admirable courage. It's unfortunate that's going to affect the result. I really do think it's unfortunate, but I don't. Is that Trevor Garrett?
Yep.
He'll have to have the kick again. He'll have to have the kick again because the umpire's blown time off. But I really don't think Trevor Garrett had any option, and he would have given that considerable thought. And there's John Todd, who perhaps now is poised to become the most winningest coach in WAFL history since the playoff system started in 1931. He's one of 3 coaches who've won 5 premierships. John Leonard, Jerry Dolan and John Todd. If he wins it. No, he's won 5 now.
Yeah, but if he wins this one.
That's what I said. He's poised to become the winningest coach in WAFL history. But there's only 27 minutes gone. So Campbell will kick something here, one would imagine. East Fremantle would still have time to score. Campbell is taking all the time and care that he needs to. He'll kick from 25 metres out, 45-degree angle. He's kicked the goal. South's lead by a goal. 2 to Campbell. 27 and a half minutes gone.
Well, I think the free kick, the 50 metres, which we'll see again, I'm sure, was probably given a bit back for intent of Scott Sporting. He was just caught out of position, and you could just see the determined look on his face. And we'll see the ball coming in from Tommy Bottrell. He sees Warren Campbell, and you can see that Scott Sporting has got there very late. And Warren Campbell appealing for the free or the 50 metres. Now, East Fremantle have got to clear it here. I reckon there's a minute and a half of play to go.
28 minutes gone. South in front. Pears wins the tap. Chance again here for East Fremantle. Bowden run down without the footy. No whistle on play. It comes out towards Rennick. Rennick caught. Holding the ball.
No, to him. Good decision, Adam Binks.
Oh, yes, but the previous one, Trevor Bowden, didn't have it.
Yes, they miss a couple in this situation.
Now, Rennick's hurt here.
No, I think...
He's okay. A bounce on the point of the square. Attacking side for South Fremantle.
Gee, East Fremantle will feel really disappointed at losing this if they do.
6 points, South lead by Michael Big Fist. The rise there in the pack was from Kerr. Now he feeds Malaxis. Centre half back to centre half forward. Pack up, Pears was there. Bowden, Bottrell. Another chance for Bowden. He gets it out, but Porter's there again. He's caught, but broke the tackle. Gave it away to Bootsma. He pulls it across his body. Warren's off after it. Can he get there in time? He's just inside the white line. Closed down by Hart. Got it upfield. Knocked away by Bootsma cleverly. And boundary.
There's an anxious John Todd there.
No, the pressure's been on.
And that man, David Hart, he'll be pretty happy. It's his last game of football. If you could go out winning a premiership, how good would that be?
John Todd might go out winning one as well. Durkay up. Stagg. East Fremantle coming back again. Pack up. Included O'Brien. Kelly's there for a South. Sinclair butts over Wilson. Rosa had it and lost it. Hines went without it. Rosa gets up. Hits towards goal. Kelly. Oh, Kelly. Markle free kick. He stood his ground. And he's been rewarded.
For once, Stephen O'Brien was caught behind. He's been in front so often for his 3 goals.
But it was a missed kick, Trevor.
Yes,
If it had
that's
been
right.
kicked better, he was on his own.
Kelly.
Rosa
good
mishandled
courage
before
there.
that.
The kick to half back. Pears there. Burrows through before acceptances. Pears sends Black away. He cuts inboard. Drop punt to half forward. There it is! South Fremantle have won the grand final. Their first win since 1980. Scotty Waters comes in. John Todd is beside himself. The Bulldogs reign supreme to upset the centenary party for the Sharks.
And there's John Todd. Let's see the reaction as the siren goes. There he is. He's not a man with a lot of emotion, John Todd, but that's as much as you'd ever see from the master coach.
Well done, Toddy.
Unlikely into reality. Opportunity.